Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moltrap here again with Cholera. We're going to be completing this entire series, the entire best of 5. Hopefully, it will maybe get up to 5 games, perhaps, theoretically. I don't know. Mondragon is up 2-0 right now, and he is kicking butt, and he doesn't even need to take names. He's just doing butt kicking. That's it. He's like, I'm good at kicking butt. Names, I'm not so good at taking names, so I'll just do what I'm good at.
Probably waiting for his bubblegum, too.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing he could be doing.
So, yeah, this is Blue Storm. Should be an interesting game. Pretty much every Zerg versus Protoss I see on this map ends up being epic somehow. And so I'm looking forward to a really good game. We're hoping, very much hoping, are we going to see a pylon in a normal place? And
yeah.
Drieven puts the pylon in a normal place for a Forge Fast Expand.
Hopefully not gateways.
Hopefully not gateways. Yeah, that's a really good place for the Forge Fast Expand on this map.
Standard.
So we're probably going to see a standard game here, and I'm really excited about that. I mean, Drieven hasn't really put up much of a fight thus far, but I know from his games versus Straylock, he played really, really well in those games, and so I'm really hoping that we can see his A game here today and see him put up a little bit more of a fight, I guess, against Mondragon. Although, you know, losing to Mondragon, there's no shame in losing to Mondragon. I mean, it's like
losing to Jaedong.
Yeah, it's like losing to Jaedong, unless you're already a pro gamer, in which case, you know, you own Mondragon also, but yeah, anyway, that's beside the point. Mondragon there's no shame in losing to him since he's just such a good player. And Drieven, almost gets the harass down, forces him to plan it off a little bit. He may even need to get a 4th drone in there to properly mine from that Vespian Geyser. Yeah, but good move by him, by Mondragon, getting it down nonetheless. Though he didn't get it delayed. Sometimes on this map, it's very easy to get the probe over there and delay that hatchery completely for a long time. So he's not going to be too much off in his general build, since he won't even be getting that gas for a little bit longer.
It's like a 12 Nexus for the Protoss, right? I think since he scouted early enough. Yeah, it is. Straight to Nexus here for Drieven. Drieven's going to go Nexus cannons, and then that's absolutely safe for him. And looks like he's got the right positioning, I think, to get 2 cannons, one in between the pylon and the minerals, and one on the outside to prevent against any kind of run by. So it's going to be a very standard opening, macro opening here. I do expect Mondragon, when he sees this build, to double expand. He has already. So he's picked up another hatchery here, another his mineral only, very standard openings. And, you know, we'll see what each of these players has to present. Now we're actually going to get tested here. Now, you know, Mondragon might actually get tested this game without having a big lead from the failed rush. Because in every game he's into the mid game, he's already had the lead because all he had to do was defend against a rush, and that was it. And they were not good rushes either, I gotta say. They were pretty poorly executed rushes in both cases. And then afterwards it was pretty much smooth sailing. So maybe we'll see him get tested here. You know, there's a lot of different unit combinations that work on Blue Storm. We'll see if Mondragon's going to practice sort of the modern Zerg play that we see pros do, which is going for the Spire early on after 3 hatches, but only using it for Scourge, and then relying on more hatcheries and a Hydralisk Den for their actual fighting units. And he is going to get this gas with the 3rd hatchery up, so not going to go for a 4th hatch build or anything like that. Probably going to go to lair with his first 100 gas and just play it from there. I mean, most likely he is going to play standard because he's done fine with standard builds. I don't expect anything like you know, 3 hatch Mutalisks. I highly doubt. It's not going to be any kind of 4 hatch Hydra rush. Might be lurkers first. We'll see.
Yeah, it looks like and Drieven had that scout alive in Mondragon's base for a while. So he was able to pretty safely just put down the 1 cannon. He didn't have to get any extra cannons up or anything like that. He saw that Mondragon basically wasn't producing Zerglings. I mean, he's got a few just for a little bit of containment, try and hunt down some scouting probes. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't quite gotten his lair yet, which is kind of interesting.
Early Evo.
Evo champ. Oh, early Carapace upgrade. Yeah. That is a really good move there. He's going to have his Carapace upgrade really, really early. The Forge is already going, so it's basically going to keep it matched. And that is a really good thing, because what it's going to do is, by having that Carapace upgrade even a little bit earlier than the, well, about the same time as the weapons upgrade, it's going to shut down any possibility of a +1 weapons, maybe speed lot rush. Really, well, it won't shut it down completely, but it'll really make it less effective because the +1 weapons won't do anything. They'll be canceled out by the Carapace. So if he was thinking of that, then it'll make it a lot less effective. And there's a Citadel going down. So if he is in fact thinking of that, It could be bad for Drieven, even with standard play in Game 3 here. Lair finally going down now that he has some extra gas after that upgrade.
Yeah, and this is a build that Mondragon definitely has made popular among the foreign Zerg community. I've definitely heard of this build before, and he is definitely one of the players who who advocates it. This is, of course, I'm talking about the very early Evo Chamber. With your first, it's almost like a Protoss getting the early +1 Forge. Is the same idea. I mean, he's getting it with almost his first 150 gas, I think. Probably his first 150 gas actually goes to the Carapace upgrade. But yeah, I mean, it's a good counter against this build. He's already got the Hydralisk Den, which is also going to be obviously part of his counter, most likely Lurkers, once he realizes what's going on here, which is this +1 attack. I don't know if his Overlord has spotted that spinning Forge. It's kind of in a position where it'd be hard to spot, and if he hasn't, he wouldn't necessarily know, but I'm sure he has many experiences with all sorts of builds on Blue Storm. This is definitely one of the most popular ones. It is a relatively fast speed lock rush. Anyway, he... He's going to get scouted here. He's got his 4th hatch up already. Sort of a delayed lair, so I'm going to expect he's going to he's going to get Lurkers immediately, not going to go for Spire first. That's generally more of a Korean build, to be honest, going Spire, then 2 hatches, then Hydras, because it really relies on really good timing. You really have to be perfect with your timing to get those that Hydralisk Den down and to get down those 2 hatcheries and still be able to protect against ground forces. And also, of course, anticipates Corsair first, which, interesting enough, Drieven has not gone for. We haven't seen a single Corsair in any of these games. No Corsairs, no Mutas, so wow. Definitely a ground battle.
Yeah, that's interesting. And partly it's because of the rushes, so he's kind of delayed and he had to go straight to different tech. But in this game, he didn't, and he's going to be really in the dark because he was not able to get the probe in before. So he has no idea what tech Mondragon is doing. He has no idea what hatcheries he has or if he has anything in there. So here's the thing. Carapace is upgraded. Weapons is upgraded. And legs are upgraded. So he's going to move out right now and try and do for an attack. But that's what he was planning, was the +1 attack. But it's not going to really be that effective because he's got the Carapace. I don't know if he has Lurker. Oh, Lurker upgrade comes in. He blocks the gap.
Just as we
Not that it will really make a ton of difference. He's just going to have to detour over here. But he's got nice placement on those Sunkens. He's going to be able to block those Sunkens. Lurker eggs are almost in. Oh, and Drieven backing off again. Again, just perfectly wrong timing for Drieven. Coming in right when the Lurkers are about to pop every single game. He tries to rush right when the Lurkers are about to pop, and Mondragon was just all over it in this game as well.
So looking around for expansions, Drieven is, but split his forces up too. That's not really good. He might lose this group here entirely, and with nothing much to say about it. I mean, look at how many Zerglings they have. There's a lot of speedlings, and smart enough by Mondragon, he kind of knew the game plan of Drieven, which is to move out and try to pick up an expansion. He's going to deny that entirely. Oh wow, this is looking like it might be a blowout here. Mondragon just playing way too well for Drieven to deal with, and Drieven playing sort of oddly, I guess. Never playing a totally standard ZVP game by any means. In this game, he's also not playing standard. Those Zealots aren't even able to kill the speedlings. I mean, not even talking about the Lurkers. They haven't even gotten to the battle yet. Those, its +1 speed attack has completely failed. And once again, he's going to get contained. He's got a lot of Sonic Storm, possibly, but once a couple more Lurkers are there, I think they're going to be able to stop his 3rd from going up for a very long time.
Yeah, this is deja vu all over again, because we're seeing once again, he's gone straight to Templar Tech. He does not have a robotics facility anywhere in sight.
Nope.
There's one finally going up, but again, he's going to have observers too late. He's going to have to try and use up his storms on these Lurkers to try and get out and take his 3rd base. And again, he's not going to have enough storms later on in the game because of that. And Mondragon's going to start taking the map probably pretty soon. If the pattern, there we go. If the pattern holds, there we go. Mondragon's just going to take some bases and just out macro again. So things looking dire for Drieven here. He may in fact get shut out 3-0 in this series, which be a little bit disappointing. Hoping for a bit more of a matchup here, but you got to hand it to Drieven. I mean, he's gone through some really tough players to get to these finals. You remember, these are the finals of the winners brackets, and so you got to hand it to him for doing that good of a job to get here in the first place. And looks like he might even hold off this wing attack, but again, just going to get contained probably in the long run and out macro.
Yeah, he's definitely a little bit behind here, or actually significant behind. He's got the wrong unit composition also to really move out against lurkers with all the speed lots. And a double expansion now coming down from Mondragon. Looks like he's actually going to go for Hive relatively quickly this time with a speed upgrade for his Overlords. Interesting. He's already got the Queen's Nest down. Definitely a slightly different build from the last game, but of course this is a different map, different situation. Yeah, that is a Hive, so relatively fast Hive here, but he certainly is capable of handling that with his economy. And +2 Carapace, wow, it's a fast +2. Obviously it's because he got a fast +1. And the second Evil Chamber is going for melee, so we're going to be seeing Ultra Ling most likely, or Crackling Defiler into Ultra Ling, whatever he decides to do. It probably will be good. Now he's splitting the map also with his lurkers, making sure that there's no harassment coming from the ground. Really, we're gonna have to see some air use. I mean, the one real thing we saw that was good from Drieven this series that actually gave him a little bit of advantage was that nice drop last game, which we actually didn't see. Unfortunately, we saw the results of it, which was a dead hatchery, a bunch of dead drones. But hopefully, there's something that we'll see this time that makes me think Drieven's doing all right. There's a shuttle. It's got 2 Zealots and 2 High Templars. Certainly looks like a harassment shuttle. So we'll see where that goes.
That would be nice if we got to see some Templar drops here. No Scourges in the air this time. He's had Scourges in the past to snipe observers, but we don't see any
no
Scourges yet. Yeah, nothing seems to be in the making. I thought I saw a Spire earlier. Wait.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Miss.
Doesn't catch anything, but at least he's distracting him. At least he's doing some harassment this time. Looks like he's going in for a second attack run here. But I think Mondragon is probably going to be all over it. Wait, where's Oh, there's some Scourges. Oh, Scourge is chasing. Oh, the drones are. He storms the Hive, and Drieven fails. And just a little smiley face here,
Korean
saying like, "Oops!" Like he is acknowledging that he knows that he messed that one up. And wow, that was
fail.
The drones were bunched up.
Screenshot of that.
The drones were all bunched up too. That is so.
And then you make an Archon. Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, total fail. Drieven, I think, knows he's in huge, deep trouble this series, this game, and this series. Trying to break out, but this positioning here is very good for Mondragon. Although he's getting a number of lurkers killed off, I think he's got enough in reserve. Yeah, he's got 4 lurkers still, and a nice speedling force there. Soon going to be cracked, upgraded speedlings, and he's big drone transfers here from Mondragon. He can support his extra 2 bases with those drones. And yeah, I mean, we're going to just be looking around. Let's take a look at his main for Hive tech here, and there's the Defiler. So it's going to be Crackling, Crackling Defiler. It's definitely a possibility here. It's a more advanced possibility than Crackling Ultra, which is generally what I guess more slightly less talented players would be doing. It's obviously easier to control, but I think this being Mondragon, he can handle this this combination very well too.
Yeah, definitely. +3 Carapace upgrade now going here. And at this point, still just +1/+1. Yeah, he may only have 1 Forge going, actually. I'm not sure. Looks to be. But he has, critically, though, gotten up his 3rd base up and running this in the meantime. I mean, we didn't go back to it, but he did have it running this whole time, and he's getting his 4th base going right now as well. So Drieven not actually in horrible position now. Mondragon just took his 5th base, and we saw all those drones heading there. And his economy is just stellar right now. He didn't lose any of those drones, and he's just got really, really good drone saturation at all of his bases.
Right,
did I miss one?
Yeah,
there we go. Ultras, those are going to be some hardcore Ultras, because they're going to have +3 Carapace, and he's probably going to upgrade the extra Carapace soon as well. But Drieven, in the meantime, is going to try and make a break so he can actually get some forces out to do some harassment, kill off those drones, but it doesn't look like he's going to make it out. Yeah, it does not commit, and did he lose it? No, he's got observers this time around, so a little bit interesting that he decided not to move in there. I guess too many lurkers for his taste, but he has a lot of Templar, so I think he probably could have made it out of there if he really wanted to. Maybe he didn't want to sacrifice his whole army. Instead, he's going to try and split the map. I guess he figures if he can take a 5th base and have 5 base versus 5 base, he'll actually be in the advantage in the long run. But we'll have to see. Yeah, he's setting up his forces, his army, to defend that base right now. And maybe he's counting on Mondragon to keep containing him, in fact, and not try and move in and attack his new bases.
Well, Mondragon certainly knows they're around. We did see that Overlord hanging out this base over here. Yep. So we'll see what Mondragon does to respond. The check is high. Maybe he's going to get dropped. Nope, not seeing it yet. Maybe he's isn't going to go for it. But certainly Crackling drops with the Defiler work very well against those expansions on Blue Storm. And yeah, I mean, split map here. Mondragon, once he gets that combination of the fully upgraded or mostly fully upgraded Ultras and the Defiler with the Consume, he's already got Consume, I know, but once he gets that combination, I think it's going to be very hard for his opponent Drieven to stop. We haven't seen Mondragon's late game tech use yet. Drieven also, without a lot of minerals, without a lot of probes providing minerals, so I guess that's okay. Whoa! What happened here? There's a drop. We should have noticed this. Drop is already upgraded, and it's already in. This is what I was saying. Going for that Kraken drop inside the main here. Gonna get not too much this time, actually. Gonna get some gateways, and that's it.
Yeah, it looks like it just takes down
a lot of gateways.
A couple gateways pylons, and a few pylons.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to get cleaned up. But Crackling drops are so effective. The Lings can just destroy buildings so quickly. Look at this one Ling. Look at this one Ling. One Ling destroying a pylon in like 10 seconds. And it's just so effective to have those Lings in there. And it's going to draw his army back as well. Not his whole army. His whole army is picking off some random Zerglings out in the field there. But it looks like, wow, just he's been... got a lot of his production shut down, and he's actually in a, well, he was for a moment there in a side deficit. So pretty effective little drop here, setting up some cannons in the back just to prevent that from happening again. But wow, this is just getting crazy. Tons of Ultralisks now out in the middle of the field here, and he's finally upgrading them. I don't know if they're speed upgraded yet, but they are +3 armor and I believe +3 weapons. No, not quite +3 weapons yet, but they're going to be upgraded soon. So that is a force to be reckoned with. Almost maxed Zerg, but very, very close to maxed Protoss as well.
Yeah, I mean, max Zerg, especially in this kind of situation, is better than max Protoss. And, you know, but the thing is, Mondragon is kind of... just, I guess, sitting back to just to do one big attack. Probably not necessarily at one place. Probably a multi-pronged attack is what I'm going to guess is the best idea. He's going to get that +3 attack now, also getting some range attack also. Probably waiting for this Ultra's bonus armor to go up. Let's take a look in the middle here. I think there's a little bit of an engagement. Looks like just a couple harassment storms there. Kind of pick off some lurkers. And a bunch of Lings, and I don't know why they're getting 3 hits here. Okay. Just let them take some hits. It's good for you. Get some wounds and then get shot.
Oh crap, another drop going down here though. Just Lings this time. They've already taken out those cannons. Lings so effective against buildings. Look at all the destruction taking place back here. And oh man, Drieven's going to have to run all of his remaining probes away.
A lot of tech here. Oh, Templar Archives could go down.
Wow, if he doesn't bring his army back soon, he's not bringing his army back. He is giving up his main.
That is not a good idea.
Wow, Drieven is giving up his main right here. Another drop going in at the top too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's got other things to worry about. I'm sorry I'm missing these, but drops going down everywhere. Swarm as well is going to completely protect those. He really needs Reavers to protect this, and Reaver's going to come out, you know, just a minute too late. And
the Defiler even lives.
Wow, and yeah, in the meantime, Mondragon is just macroing up forces during that distraction and just attacking the south, attacking the north, attacking the west, just one after another, switching positions, and Drieven just cannot keep his army in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, this is why max Zerg late game army is better. You have the Defilers, you have the Cracklings, you have the fully upgraded units, and they're so much more mobile than the Protoss, which has to keep together in this big ball. The big ball can defeat any Zerg army head-on, but the Zerg doesn't care about that. The Zerg can drop, you can cast Swarm, and at the end it'll whittle down this big ball enough so that it can take it down. Looks like he's deciding this is the moment, and in fact it might be, because mainly what we got here is Archons and Dragoons, but you know, obviously Archons only deal splash and Dragoons don't do anything under the Swarm. So it might not be enough to finish it off, but it's going to hurt this big ball of army, and it's going to make it pinned over here, so Mondragon's probably going to just attack at a few more fronts. I don't even know what damage has been done on the other fronts, but it looks like another group moving, right here. And maybe one in the main still, or no, the main's already gone, or it's the Zerglings have already gotten killed finally in the main.
Except for this guy, he's just hanging out, seeing what's happening. Wow, one base after another. Now Mondragon going in for this base here. Now Drieven has been forced down to 131 population, and look at this. Mondragon back up to max again, almost automatically. Probes just desperately trying to get in the way of those cannons, but there's just not enough meat to him, and they're going to get slaughtered as well. And that means he's losing a significant chunk of his economy as well. And at the same time, another Doom Drop going in to finish off the main. I think this is it. Once he loses those gateways and whatever tech. Wait, never mind. There's not even anything in. Oh, there's something in a few of them, like 3 of them. Okay, so not a Doom Drop after all. But it's gonna be enough to take down this. Look, he doesn't even have his main mined out right now. When the Zerg mines out faster than the Protoss, that's bad. So yeah, unfortunately, Drieven putting up a decent fight, but not decent enough to take it to game 4 here. And Mondragon's just gonna use his really nice tech to just completely bust in here. It looks like he might save this base with these. No, they're gonna get crap dropped all over them.
Nice play.
Wow. So
yeah. I mean, Drieven's not even focusing at this point, I feel. I mean, he knows the series is done, and Mondragon has clearly shown himself to be a superior player in any kind of situation. Maybe that was the reason why Drieven decided to go for those 2 tech builds in the first game. Maybe he feared this kind of result if he went standard. That is possible.
Yeah, those I have no idea, but Drieven just not having quite what it takes to put up a fight against Mondragon. Mondragon not losing a matchup and getting all the way, winning the entire winner's bracket. Now, Drieven's going to go and face the winner of the loser's bracket, and whoever wins that is going to come back and face Mondragon again. So we could even see a rematch theoretically, or we could see another player trying to challenge Mondragon for that final spot in the tournament. So really crazy play, and hope to see some good things out of Drieven in the future, though. I mean, like I said, he was able to get to the finals. He beat a lot of good players to get here. So don't think that just because he got 3-0'd that you need to count him out there, because he is definitely a force to be reckoned with in the StarCraft world. So I hope you guys enjoyed that series, and thank you very much for watching.